Hello there, my name is Kathy. Welcome to my channel, Crafty Kathy. If this is the first time you've ever been to my channel, I'd like to say welcome, and I'm so thankful that you came to spend some time with me. And if you're returning, you guys know I love you from the bottom of my heart, and I appreciate every single one of you. Here on my channel, we have a lot of love and we have a lot of laughs, and we definitely have some DIYs. So if you come and spend 30 minutes with me and you leave with a little DIY inspiration and a little bit of happiness to your soul, then I have done my job. The good book says that laughter's like healing to the soul, and honey, I believe it, and it is a hoot around here all the time. So I hope that you will consider subscribing to my channel and stick around for a while. You will love it. So let's talk a little bit about Inspired Me and Miss Amber Michon. Inspired Me is a collaboration that consists of 4 gorgeous and talented ladies. We have Jenny from Lovely Moments Creating, Eileen from the Harts DIY, Fanny from Creations by Favi, and of course Miss Amber Michon from DIY with Amber. So what we do is pick out a project that really inspires us from the other ladies, and we recreate it and we make it our own. But with all that being said, without further ado, let's jump into this video so you can see what I created for you this week. DIY number 1 is inspired by Jenny over at Lovely Moments Creating, and it is this gorgeous wall decor. I actually decided to do a smaller version of Miss Jenny's. Miss Jenny's had 10 of the small wooden crates, and mine had 4 of this size and 2 of the ones that are a little bit more shallow but longer. So a total of 6. Jenny's had florals in it and these gorgeous succulents, but I decided to put my little spin on it and farmhouse it up a bit. So you guys let me know how you think I did. So I'm going to give everything 2 good coats with this Martha Stewart gray chalkboard craft paint. I hope that everyone has had a blessed week and that you're staying safe. And I want to thank you guys for praying for my sister. She went to Vanderbilt this morning and she has decided to do the trial cancer treatment that's there at Vanderbilt. So she'll be traveling there a couple times a week to get her treatment started. I believe she starts it next week. So just keep her in your prayers if you will. And I thank you guys for that. And of course, as always, if you have anything that you want me to pray for, leave it in the comments below or email me, snail mail me. I'll leave all my information down below. You can get a hold of me any way you want to. And here on this channel, don't you ever be shy about asking me for prayer. It's the least that I can do to give back for you guys because you are so generous and loving. Now I'm going to fast forward this just a little bit because I figured you guys probably did not want to sit and watch me get every little nook and cranny of this paint. But like I said, I gave it 2 coats. So I lightly sanded everything, and then I took some mineral chalk paint from Waverly and I'm going to distress it. I focused mostly on the edges, the side, and the front part that would be showing. Here I'm just trying to figure out the placement and how I wanted this little setup to go. So the first thing that I did is I took those 2 smaller crates, the wooden crates, and I glued one directly on top of the other. That means that one would be facing me and one that would be facing up. It's probably easier just to see than it is for me to explain that. I then took the 2 longer, shallow crates, and I'm going to put those on the 2 sides of the others. I then take the last two rectangle crates and I'm going to place them on top of those two taller ones. So I purchased this cute little farmhouse cow from Walmart for like $1.47. I'm going to give it a quick little sanding, and I'm going to pop him right on the front of that crate, the one that is facing me. I then took these little milk canisters. Here in the South, we call them milk jugs. And I got on my Cricut and I just simply found a little font that I liked, and it says milk, and I'm going to put that on the front of both of those. I've got two of those, by the way. And I found a cute little font that says Farmhouse, and I'm going to put that on the front of my cow. And here it is, guys. I hope you like it. I've got my farmhouse cow in the middle. I have a rooster and a chicken on the bottom, and my milk cans on the bottom. Up on the top, I put two succulents so I could stay true to Miss Jenny's design. And I have a milk vase in the middle filled with daisies, because nothing screams farmhouse and country to me more than daisies. I hope you like it. Hey, have you subscribed to my channel yet? Hit that little red subscribe button and that bell beside it so that you'll be notified every time that I upload a video. For DIY number 2, I'm going to try my hand at Miss Fanny from Creation by Favi's Floral Bouquet. So I shake up my Rust-Oleum chiffon cream. I absolutely love that cream color. Then I take all those tags off that piece, but I am going to use the hanger for later. And then I'm just going to cover up the back. I'm going to glue down some craft paper to cover up the sign. We're going to use the back side. I cut off any excess that's hanging over with the scissors. And I take my little finger sander, which I absolutely love this thing, and you just go around and it makes a perfect edge. Just always remember to sand away from the piece. I actually was going wild with it, and I came toward myself and I messed up it, like nicked the paper just a little bit. Of course, it's an easy fix, but hey, if you ain't got to fix it, you know what I'm saying. So then I just gave this piece 2 full coats with the chiffon cream. I'm going to use a small piece of burlap that was sent to me by burlapfabric.com, and all I'm going to do is just kind of roll the top down, and that's going to be my little flower pouch. I'm just going to glue it to secure it to the front and back. I'm going to use my mineral chalk paint and very, very lightly distress this. I forgot to tell you that when I did my second coat of chiffon cream, I put it on really thick, and then when I used my hairdryer, it made it have like a crackle effect. It kind of cracks the paint and gives it a crackly looking effect, and I really like that because it's like it already distresses it, and when you run that paint over it, it's just gorgeous. That mineral just wasn't dark enough for me, so I took my black chalkboard paint that I get from the Dollar General, and I distressed it with that also. Then I went over it with my finger sander just a little bit, just to cut down the harshness of the black color. I've got some lace ribbon that came from burlapfabric.com, and I'm just going to put that right on that little top cuff of my pouch. I got this little wood sign that says welcome at Hobby Lobby in a pack of like 6 for about $4. I'm going to go over it with my black chalkboard paint from the Dollar General. I used my distressing brush when I did this to make it look distressed. And then I have this little clay that I made the other night with some molds. And I thought I'm going to use that and just try and see what it looks like. So I'm going to put that on both sides of the word welcome. I ran my black paint over that too because it has a lot of detail and it just pops out when you put that black paint on there. And I just glued it to the sides along with the welcome. I bought this eucalyptus garland off of Amazon, and I just cut pieces off of that and stuck that down in my little pocket. And I got this bouquet of flowers from Rose Forever. Look at the color of these flowers. They are gorgeous, and they say that they last for a year, so I'm going to try them out. I just used a double-sided tape to put these to my sign. They are so pretty, I'm scared to use them. I wanted to keep them in the box, but with that double-sided tape, I can just put them right back in that box to preserve them. This color is called Ecuador Fuchsia, and it is just everything. Look how vibrant it is, guys. I have a coupon code that they sent me for $15 off in case y'all want to get you some. They got a bunch of other vibrant colors. It's amazing to me that these can last up to a year, and they only use natural oils to preserve it. And look at this box it comes in. It's like a velvet box. It's like so pretty, I don't even want to touch it. So after that, I just took some of my favorite ribbon from Dollar Tree, that lace ribbon, and I'm not the greatest at bows, so what I did was just did the little figure 8, and then you just kind of smush it together. It's probably easier for you to watch what I'm doing than for me to explain. And then you just tie it in the middle, and it makes a perfect little bow. Great for people like me that are not, the best at bows. I said that, and I'm not even in the shot very good where you can see what I'm doing. Way to go there, crafty Kathy. Then I just dovetail the ends of it. And then I'm just going to reuse the hanger that I took off at the first of the craft. And that was it, guys. It turned out really pretty, and I'm very proud of this one. I just can't get over how gorgeous those flowers are. All right, so let's talk about the host of this collab, Miss Amber Michon, and she is from DIY with Amber. She has a channel that's very similar to mine. She does any type of DIYs, thrift hauls, you name it, she does it. And she has these two gorgeous little boys that are always trying to steal the show and sticking their heads in the side. It is so adorable. I will leave Amber's link in the description box below, along with all the other talented ladies that are in this collab. Make sure you go by and show everybody some love and tell them Crafty Kathy sent ya. Alright, so DIY number 3 is going to be my rendition of this gorgeous decorative plate that Miss Eileen from the Harts DIY has created. Now this one is very simple, but it turned out really pretty. And I'm going to start off by putting 2 coats of the Rust-Oleum chiffon cream in the center. Ooh, classy. I went around and distressed those little divots that were all the way around the charger. I did like Miss Eileen and used one of those decals from the Dollar Tree, but I need to make it a little bit smaller so that it would fit on my plate. So what I did was cut each individual letter out. By doing this, I think it gave it a better appearance too, because the ones from the Dollar Tree sometimes look kind of cheapy almost. But I think that it looked better by cutting each piece out. It made it look more like a better quality piece. I took 2 of the eucalyptus stems that I get from Walmart, and I used a cable tie to put these together. I don't like using the floral wire, so the cable ties are my best friends. I just glued this to the top of the charger. I took some more of that beautiful lace ribbon from burlapfabric.com, and I'm going to make another one of my simple ribbons. You just loop it around almost like a figure 8. And it kind of looks like one of those cancer ribbons that you see everywhere. And then you just kind of scrunch it in the middle and then tie it together. And after what seemed like a lifetime of me fiddling with that bow, I finally glued it to the middle of my charger at the top. And then I just kind of fixed everything the way that I wanted it. And I just dovetailed the ends of my ribbon. I found the cutest little gem in my stash of Totally Dazzled, and I'm going to pop that sucker right in the middle of that ribbon, and she is done. This is very simple, but it turned out just glorious. I think the gold charger did give it a classy touch. The last DIY is from Miss Amber, and I thought this was beautiful when I first saw it. I fell in love with this beautiful wall decor. I've got one of these home signs that came out at Valentine's Day at the Dollar Tree, and I'm just taking the heart off of it. Now, I used this one because it already had the grooves in it for the shiplap look. So I measured it and I cut it right in half. I cut off any excess with my scissors and just sanded the edges down real good. Instead of using the rulers for the frames, I had some cedar board that is really thin, so I cut it at 45-degree angles. I gave my board 2 good coats of the Rust-Oleum chiffon cream, and I did that same technique where I put a lot of paint on it and then dried it so it would crackle in distress. I took my black chalkboard paint in a very thin brush and I went down the middle of these lines just to make them show up more. I gave the frame a really quick sanding. Then I used my Rust-Oleum polyurethane. It is a clear coat and it made this cedar just pop, baby. I forgot to record when I was putting the frame together, but all I did was just glued it to the top of my board. And I've got these beautiful peonies that I'm just going to tie together with the tie wrap. I just tie that beautiful lace ribbon that I had around the bottom of my flowers, and then I glued it. Then I simply glue my bouquet to the top of my sign. I use this pretty farmhouse ribbon that I have to make another one of my bows that's like the figure 8, and I simply glue that to the front of my bouquet. I dovetail my ends. I chose this beautiful Bible verse that says, "Let your light shine before others." It was on one of those Dollar Tree calendars, and I'm going to just glue that to the top. It's just the little, part that comes on the back of the calendar that shows what's inside the calendar, but it just fit perfectly. Then using my black chalkboard paint, I'm going to paint this sign that says "Blessed." It's another one of those little wood cutouts that came in that Hobby Lobby packet. And I simply just glued that to my sign. And here it is. I think this is probably my favorite one of all of today's projects. When I'm crafting, it's my quiet time. I can listen to my music and I'm praying for you guys. And that Bible verse, "Let your light shine before others," just kept popping up. And it made me think of the way the world is right now. It's so ugly. And if you can let your light shine and spread a little love, let's do that. Let's be who God created us to be, just like that flower. It doesn't have to ask anybody to be beautiful. It just is. We got to spread some love and be who He created us to be, and let that little light shine. So that was my video, guys. I hope that y'all enjoyed it, and I hope that I did the original creators justice. Make sure you go down in the playlist and watch their videos. And if you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, what are you waiting for? Come on, jump on in. The water's always warm on this side, baby. And until I see you next time, be strong, be inspired, and always be blessed. I love you guys. Bye.